Good evening and welcome to Wednesday's Family Fitness Yoga. No children here tonight. Well, I have, but they won't come in. So we're going to start standing up in mountain pose, making sure that our knees are in line with our hips, that we're lifting our toes, we're pulling in our thighs. We're going to work on ocean breath. So with this, we're trying to constrict the throat, which is just here. I don't know whether you can see it. No, you can't. If you think about if you were to yawn, but only half yawn, you'll find that the part of your throat comes in. If you were to whisper, you'll feel it close down. Or if you were to swallow, you'll feel it kind of close. And you want to try and bring that part of the neck in. And as you breathe in, it'll make a noise. So I'm going to do this, I'm going to make it overly loud. So this is called Ujjayi breath or ocean breath. It should sound like the ocean going in and out. Like I said, I made it really loud. It shouldn't necessarily be that loud. It should be quite quiet. You'll hear it, but it shouldn't really be that audible for everybody else. Now, you're going to also do 2 locks in the body. You're going to do your root lock, which is the same as if you were stopping yourself from breaking wind, stopping yourself from weeing or picking up a pea with your vagina. And then your abdominal lock, which is that pull back in and hold it. So this will make you only breathe into the top of your lungs. And it'll feel as if you're really puffing yourself up. It's really good for loosening phlegm. And it works the top of the lungs. And again, it's one of those ones that warm the body up. So we're going to think about our nether region, our lower area. And we're going to breathe out. As we breathe in, we're going to pull it in and hold it. And as we breathe out, we're going to try and hold it without breathing out. We're going to breathe in again, and this time we're going to pull in our upper abdominal. We're pulling it in, we're trying to breathe out, but not letting it go and not letting our root lock go. So now we're doing 2 locks. Now we're going to breathe into here. We're going to constrict the throat. So we're going to breathe in through the nose, lifting the arms up, and we're breathing out through the mouth. Doing our rescue breaths. And one more. We'll do them again at the end, but we'll bring in the third lock, which is our chin lock, which then the three together make a great lock. But we'll do that sitting down. So we're going to do a diagonal moves with our neck. We're placing our finger into the base of our head, and we're going to breathe in to look up to the elbow, and breathe out to look down. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's do one more. And bring it back to center. And changing arms. And back to center. So let's do a diagonal forward bend. Turn the foot out. Keep that back leg pushing down. Don't let it roll in. Turn the body round. Bend the knees if you have to. Tuck the chin in. Breathe out. Pull the belly in. Let the body drop down. Hands either side of the foot. Hold it here. 3 breaths. Letting the body just drop down with each breath. And then we're going to keep the chin tucked in. We're going to breathe in and roll back up. Breathe out as we get to the top. Let's try the other side. So breathing in. Breathing out, curl down. Breathe in to roll up. Let's do one more on each side. You can, if you want, remember, straighten the knees. The hands don't have to be on the floor, they can be on the leg. But make sure that when you're coming back up, bend the knees and roll. You'll feel this diagonal stretch through that lower back. You'll feel it there. The shoulders want to pull up and down. You'll feel the stretch through the side. We're going to the left, you'll feel the stretch on the right. Don't forget to soften the knees to roll back up. So let's take it into a back bend. So again, turning the foot out, look into the elbow, place the hand on the head, keep your eyes looking here. It's the elbow that lifts, it's not the neck that goes back. We're pushing from the lower back. We're breathing into the chest, but you may find it's easier to breathe into one lung rather than the other. But just check. You can place your hands on your back. That'll stop you from going too far. Push the hips forward, breathe in, lift the elbow. There should be no stress on that neck whatsoever. Breathing out to come back up. Changing sides. Look into the elbow. Hips push forward. Elbow lifts. Breathe into the chest, but breathe out through the back. Where's it easy to breathe? Where's it hard to breathe? Right lung, left lung, front, back, sides. Breathing out, coming back up. One last time. You can always take that arm away if you feel you want to. Remember that's your safety net. Gravity will start to take over. Lovely. So, we're going to step our right foot behind our left foot, making sure that both feet are flat on the floor. We're doing an IT band stretch, which is the big band that runs down the side of the legs. If you want to, you can always have a block on the floor, but again, your hands don't have to go to the floor. They can just go to your leg. You're placing your hands on your leg. I'm going to turn sideways. You're keeping the back nice and straight. You're walking the hands down the leg. You can just hold it here. You can reach to the floor. Whatever you want to do, it's fine. Let your head drop. And then we're lifting the head, looking forward, bringing the hands back to the legs. Walk the hands back up. Take the right foot from behind. Bring the left foot behind. Shoulders back. Breathe out. Pull the belly in. Walk the hands down. Let the head drop if that feels okay. And lifting the head, walking the hands. Step the left from behind. So let's do one more on each side. See if we can step that leg out a little bit further. If you can't, don't worry, as long as the foot stays flat down. Breathing out. You'll feel this lovely pull right through that lower back. If you suffer with sciatica, this will tend to be part of the area where it hits. You'll also feel it running through the back of the leg. Maybe even through the knee and that back leg as well. Lifting the head, walking the arms up. Step the right foot round. Let's change legs. Okay. And let's bring it back up. Step the left foot out. I was going to swing round there, but I thought, best not. Everybody else tried to do the same thing. So we're going to take it into a Krishna stretch, which is very similar. You're taking the right foot behind. You're then going to bring the right hand, thumb going backwards, bringing it up. And you're going to see if you can grab hold of it with the left hand by the wrist. You're pushing your hips out towards the right. You're pulling your hand up towards the left. Feel that stretch. It should be a lovely stretch right through your armpits, right through the side of the body. And then bring it back up. Take the hands down, take that right leg from behind and take the left foot behind. Take the left hand back, lift it up, grab hold of the left wrist with the right hand and push your hips towards the left, pull your hands up towards the right. Look up if you want. It's a really nice position. Breathe into that side. Open up that rib cage. Or just breathe and see where the breath naturally wants to go. Lifting it up. Take it down. Step the left foot out. Let's one more. I'll do it sideways. And bringing it up. Step the right foot out. Take the left foot behind. Reach the left arm up, push it out towards the right. And lift. Bring it round. Lovely. So we're going to take it into chair, but we're going to move our arms as well. So with chair, we keep our knees in line with our hips, but we're sitting our bum back down, trying to keep that back neutral. So we don't want it straight, too straight, but we also don't want it too curved. We want it natural, okay? The pelvis should be tilted forward as if we're tipping the water out. We're going to hold it here, and you can hold your arms here, or if you can, you're going to swing your arms while holding it. And then lift up. See if you can be lifted up onto your tiptoes, stretching up towards the ceiling, palms facing each other. Then we're going to come down, sit back into our chair, and have a swing of them arms. And lift all the way up. And bring it down. Lovely. Right, let's get you into sun sound. Let's see if I can grab a drink. So we are jumping. Yeah. Steph jumps, up to you. I'll jump. Now, because we're jumping, it's kind of fast. So, 2, jumping into down dog. 2, jumping into plank. Watch your back, okay? Even if you decide to go into plank, and as you jump back, your back drops down, then go into down dog. That way you can keep your bum up, and it at least protects your spine. Spine more important than the jumping. So bringing yourself to the front of your mat, bring your hands together in prayer. Push them hands together, shoulders back down, making sure that the feet feel even, that the knees are in the same direction as the toes, the thighs are working, the pelvic floor. You can lock it, you can lock your abdominal. Now breathe. Try ocean breath. We're going to breathe in, lifting up and reaching back. Breathing out into a forward bend. Breathing in into a half bend. Bending the knees, jump back to down dog. Onto the tiptoes and over to plank. Down and lift into cobra. Step it back to down dog. Lift the head, bring it into bear, bending the knees. Jump the feet into a forward bend. Bend the knees, stretch, lift and reach back. Breathe out, take it down. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, jump back to down dog. Up and over to plank. Into cobra. Back to down dog. Bend the knees into bear. Into a forward bend. Lifting up. So we're taking out that first down dog. Take it down. Look forward to that half bend. We're going to jump straight back to plank. Down and lift. Push back. Into bear. Into forward bend. Lift up. Last one. And bring it back down. That's good. So as you see, it's quite quick, but it's very warming. And it's a great, there's sometimes that some classes, they'll do quite a few. And you'll find maybe in my next Monday one, my flow, there might be a few of those. The jumping ones. So, half moon pose. If you need to have your blocks, I'll bring a block in. Have your blocks, or a chair, table, settee, anything that you've got available that's not going to fall over. You might not want to go all the way down to the floor. So with this, you're standing in front, bending your knees, taking your hands down, placing it anywhere it can go, on the block, on the floor. You're looking down toward your knees, letting your head drop forward. You're going to lift your left foot off the floor and up. While your feet and your hands on the floor, so you've got 3 limbs down, you're going to lift your toes and just turn them slightly in. You might need to just adjust them so that you can turn your top leg out as if someone's pulling you back. From here, you're going to bring your left hand up and it can come to your hip, and you can pull your shoulder back and look up. If you can, you turn your thumb up and lift it up, trying to lift your leg up as well. Now you're going into half moon. Remember, keep your hand on your hip if you want to. That'll help to pull you back. The minute you start lifting your arm in the air, it makes you a bit more off balance. But if you've got your hand on your hip, you can just kind of pull your elbow back and it'll pull your shoulder back. Now make sure you're not letting your head droop, that you're pulling your neck in and you're controlling that neck muscle. To come out, bring the hand down, turn the foot back in, bring that other foot down, bend your knees, lift up, give yourself a little stretch. So, I'm going to do the other side. So, bend in the knees, taking the hands down, onto the floor, onto the block, wherever you want. From here, lift your right foot up, take it out. Move the toes of your left foot so that as you do, you'll feel your hip turn and lift up to the ceiling. See if you can lift your right hand up onto your hip first and just pull the shoulders back. Lifting the leg up a little higher. Look up if you can. Make sure you're pulling that neck in, you're not letting it drop. If you can, thumb up. To come out, the hand comes down first. The foot turns in. The knee comes in, the foot comes down. Bend. Lift up. Let's do one more so I can see you this time. I'll turn this way. So here we go. Down we go. Left leg comes up, foot moves in, arm lifts up. Oh, lovely cracks on my back there. Take the arm down, bring the foot round, bring the other foot down, bend the knees, lift up. Last one. And reversing everything. And bring it back down. Lovely. So, we're going to take it again into another balance. We're taking it into Warrior 3. So standing at the front of our mat, we're going to take our left foot back and stay on our tiptoes. Just falling over. Bend the front knee and you're bringing yourself so that you're leaning over that front right leg. You're then going to step up and straighten that front leg and you'll find the back leg lifts. Now you can keep your hands on your hips. Tuck your chin in, trying to keep the hips level. You don't want to tilt to the side. You want to keep them hips down. Tuck the chin in, look towards the floor. The leg that you're standing on, the knee should have a slight bend in it. It shouldn't be completely locked. Try not to talk while doing it. And then we're going to bend the front knee as we bring ourselves back to standing. We're going to try the other side. I might as well stay where I am. So, we're taking the right foot back into a warrior lunge. Bringing our body straight over the front of the thigh. Tuck the chin in, pull the shoulders back, straighten that front leg. Try and keep the hips, the leg doesn't have to go very high. And then we're bending the front knee as we bring the right leg back in. So let's see if we can bring our hands in this time. Now remember, you don't have to. They can be in line with the shoulders. They can be above the head. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. If you want to, they can be here or even here. Completely up to you. Anything you want to do with your arms, you can do. But I'm going to have them here. So, we're stepping back our left foot, bringing up our arms in line with our ears, but not squashing ourselves in. We want our arms to be pulling down, we want our head to be able to move. We're leaning over, we're looking to the floor. When we're ready, straighten that front leg. Bend the knee, lift up. Hopefully you heard that I was doing ocean breath. If you pull in your pelvic floor, if you pull in your abdominals to help balance you, then you can only breathe here. And so being able to do ocean breath is brilliant for when you're doing any kind of balancing, so that you can use your stomach muscles for strength rather than letting them relax. Let's do the other side. Right foot back. Arms lifted. Reaching forward. Tighten everything up. Lift. And bringing it back. Just standing mountain. Lovely. We're going to take our feet slightly wider and we're going to take it into a straight leg triangle, into a bent leg triangle, bringing it back to warrior one. Okay? So we're keeping the hips facing forward, turning the foot out, reaching the arms up, but remember you can always have them on your hips if you want. You don't have to have them. So not over your head, in line with your shoulders. That's it. Thumbs up. Breathe out, reach over that right leg, take it down. Don't lean on the leg, just reach in the hand so it's slightly in front. Reaching the arms in two different directions. Bend the knee, still not leaning, just reaching the arms up. Lift back to reverse warrior. Bring it back up. Turn the foot in, bring the arm down, turn the other foot. Reach over, take it down, reach the hands away. Breathe out, bend the knees, still reaching. Breathe in, bring it round. Lift it back, turn it in. Let's do one more. Turn the foot, reach, bringing it down. Bend the knee, reach it back, lift it up. Turn the foot in, bring the arms down. Last one, as we're bringing that arm up, turn that left foot out. Reaching over, taking it down. Bend the knee. Reverse it back. Lift up, straightening the leg. Take the foot forward, bring the arms down. Jumping, give your legs a shake. So, believe we're going down on the floor. Yes, we are. So let's bring ourselves down onto the floor any way that you can. As nicely and pretty as if you're a ballet dancer or a world-class gymnastics. You don't have to do that. But if you wanted to, you're more than welcome. Like I said, just let yourself go. Let yourself go. So we're going to go into plank, but we're going to step over and walk in and out of plank. If you need to, you can always put your knee down. You can keep it at your own level. If you feel any pain in your back, again, stop. You're trying to do the pulling in of the pelvis, the root lock, abdominal lock, and doing the ocean breath up into the top, constricting the throat. Okay? Now, ocean breath is the breath that when the most yoga positions, they want you to do ocean breath. They want you to be locking and tighten up all these muscles here. Some yoga, they tell you to let it all go. So on a Friday night, I would never want you to be tightening everything. I want you to let everything go. But majority, especially when you're doing any kind of fitness, you want to make sure you're tightening all your pelvic floor area so that it protects your lower back. Most important is the lower back. So, you're going to bring yourself into plank position, remembering, I'll do this sideways, I'll do it on an angle. When you're doing any kind of strengthening on your arms, you want your arms to be moving forward. So for those who don't want it this way, you want it that way. So that the elbows will always go backwards. But it opens up the shoulders. You're not pulling your shoulders in towards your ears, but you're not also pulling your shoulder blades back towards each other. You want the shoulder blades pulling, and if somebody's grabbed hold of your shoulders and is pulling you in that direction. You want to imagine that your fingers are going to rip up the floor so that you're engaging all the fingers. How get every muscle working. That way, again, that lower back doesn't have to do all the work. So we're engaging the fingers, we're engaging the arms, the shoulders. We're tucking the chin in. We're taking the feet out and we're pushing the heels away so that we're pushing the knee towards the ceiling. We're putting in our pelvic floor, our abdominal muscles. We're taking the other foot out. We're breathing into our ocean breath. Now we're going to take our left foot and we're going to step it over and we're going to roll. Now if you need to, you can always drop that right knee down if you find it's too much. We're bringing the hand back down, we're stepping back to plank. We're stepping the right foot over, we're lifting. We're bringing it down, we're stepping back. Stepping over and lifting, bringing it down, step back, step over, lift, bring it down, step back. One more set. Take yourself down, push back to child, turn them palms over, let your body relax. And then bring yourself back up. So we're going to do a very similar thing. We're going to do wild thing dips. So you're having one foot bent, so your right leg is bent, your left hand's going to be out. Your right hand's on the floor. It can be facing any direction as long as everything, the joints are all in line. You're going to push with your foot, lifting your body up, reaching your hand back, bringing it back down. Okay? So we're breathing in, lifting, and breathing out, down. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one. Lovely. So let's change legs. So left leg is bent, right leg is straight, right arm is out. We're going to breathe in, lift, breathe out. And one more. Bringing it down. So we're going to do the same thing, but from down dog. So again, watch first. If you think, oh no, don't want to do that, then stick with the same ones we've just been doing. So we're going into down dog. We're going to lift our left foot up, step it over so it's going to the floor behind, sliding the left leg out, reaching our arm back. Bringing it back over, hand goes down, we're sliding ourselves back into down dog. Now if you prefer, you might not want to take your foot over. You could always take your foot under, slide round, and take it the other way. So it doesn't really matter which way you do it. Bringing the foot in, coming back to down dog. Doesn't matter which way you do it, under or over, make it your own. We're going to do 3 on one side, in and out, and then we'll swap and do the other side. Have a rest in between, if you need to. Or do the dips from the floor, which is the ones we were just doing earlier. Completely up to you. So, I'm coming up. I'm going to start with my left leg. I'm lifting it up, over, out, stretching my heart towards the ceiling. Bringing it back, stepping back. Lifting over and out and back and back. Up and over and back. I'm going to do the other side. So right leg over, sliding, reaching over. And back, and over, and back. Last one. And bring it down. Take it to child. We're going to bring it back up, bring ourselves into cross legs, and we're just going to work out our hands. So we bring our hands together, you're just going to roll your fists, and then just let your fists, your hands go up and down, and then the other way. And bring it down. If it's your left leg, or in fact we'll start so that we get the same way. Your left leg, bring it round and let's take it into torso twist. Remember, lift your boobs, stick them over if you need to. Looking behind, pulling that side. and bring it back. Change legs, bring the right leg over. Bring yourself back round. Bring the leg in, take that leg out, reach to the side. Bringing it up, change legs, reach to the side. Bring it up, take it out, change, bring it forward, lean forward. And let's change the last side. And bring yourself back up. So you don't have to sit cross-legged if you don't want to. You can do this lying down. It's just I'm going to stay up. Can't turn out the lights. It's too dark. It's too light. We can't turn out the lights. So we're going to do our breathing exercise, which is Ujjayi, but we're going to bring in our locks. Now, our first two locks we know. The root lock and we know the abdominal lock. Now, the chin lock, we've done it before. We don't do it very often. You're pushing your neck out, you drop it down and you slide it back up and then you hold it here. Sometimes we lift our head and we kind of do that movement, which is quite a nice movement for the neck. But with this, we're taking it down and we're pulling it up and we're kind of locking it here. And this keeps the energy or the oxygen in the body, and it helps for that time when the lungs can do all the swapping of the good stuff, the bad stuff. But again, because we're pulling in and we're tightening the lower abdomen, it shouldn't be moving. So normally I'm telling you to feel your breath coming in and out and feeling all this moving. But you're going to hold all this in. So there should be no movement here. It should all be up here. It should be here. It should be up here, into the shoulders, into the neck area, to all them areas where we've been holding today and working. That's where you should feel it all pulling and breathing into. Now, don't worry if it doesn't feel like it's going there or it's a bit hard and you can't get it. It comes. The more you do things, the more they come. So like I said, with the throat, I thought you'd be able to see. I could feel it. I can feel it moving. So I don't know why you can't see. Oh, I don't want to try to stick me. Should just see my fingers move slightly closer together. when I'm doing it. But it's just that your throat closes, the epiglottis closes slightly. And like I said, it happens whenever you drink or you go to yawn, something else, whisper. Or if you whisper, it kind of goes in. So you're trying to close the throat. What we're going to do is we're going to breathe, focus on down here, pulling our root lock, pulling our abdominal. Breathe into the upper part of the lungs. Lock it. Hold it for 5 seconds. Release the lock. Breathe out just into this part. Don't let it go down here. But if we drop anything, as we're breathing in, pull it all back in again. So it doesn't matter if you keep losing your belly and keep losing your root lock. As you breathe in, just pull it all back in. So we're going to start, as always, with a breath out. As you're breathing in, pulling the root lock. As you're breathing in, pulling the abdominal lock. Breathe into that top area. Stick the chin out, pull it down, hook it back, hold it. Release down the nose, just from here, not from here. Here we go. I'm going to get you to do some in-breaths, recovery breaths, so breathing in and out through the mouth. Blow out that candle, nice and slow. So thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed that. Any problems, let me know. I'm going to turn the cameras off. Bye bye.